Sixth grade. Sixth grade. This is when I was 11 years old in the year 2006. That is 9 years ago. My sixth grade teacher's name was Miss King. She was pregnant, and she liked to eat a lot of chocolate, and I never knew why. She taught literature, and we were learning about clauses, adverbs, nouns, all that good stuff that school systems like to teach children. I should have been interested. I should have been interested in my future as an American. But I shifted my attention from Miss King to my desk. Now, what was important about this desk was my desk had these two items in there that changed my life. A paper clip and a rubber band. Very intense. So, I look at this paper clip and rubber band and I think, how can I learn something from this? I could learn about sentence structure, but there's something more rewarding when you create something instead of just taking in. When you put your hands, in school systems, they're all about hands-on learning. You do learning by doing. So that's what I did. I learned by doing. So what I did was I took this paper clip and rubber band and I turned it into a bow and arrow. So I took this bow and arrow to the test. Target practice. So in sixth grade, the teachers don't trust the children to use the bathroom by themselves. So we have bathroom breaks. So we all go in a single file line. The women use the women's restroom, the men use the men's restroom. So I'm a boy, I'm a guy, I go to the men's restroom. So I pick my target. I walk to the left, I walk to the right, and I stop and I see this guy named West who doesn't know that I'm right behind him about to initiate an attack on his neck. So I take 2 steps back. I take aim with my bow and arrow, and I fire. And what happens next will shock you. He turns around, looks me up and down, and he's like, yeah, man, cool, nice. I thought something tickled by that. So it didn't work. It wasn't powerful enough. So we go back into sixth grade class to learn part 2 about literature. But for me, it was part 2 about making bow and arrows. So I go on my desk, and I look at my bow and my paperclip and my rubber band, and I research how to make this bow and arrow, how to enhance the precision, how to enhance the power of this bow and arrow. And I hear footsteps behind me. Remember, Miss King's pregnant, so she makes footsteps louder than anything I've ever heard. So I see the shadow right over me, and I mean, kids can't go out of their desks, so the only person who's not sitting and who can stand in class is the teacher. So it's the teacher standing over me. I'm in trouble. Bad things are about to happen. So I turn around, it's Miss King, and I try to hide the bow. She turns, I try to hide it again, didn't work. So Miss King asks me, what is this thing in your hand? And I tell her, oh, it's just nothing, it's just paper clip I bent to make it look like an arc, and it's a rubber band. Isn't it cool? So she takes me by the hand, no questions are asked, and she takes me doing administration. Administration takes out a book. She looks at paragraph 1, line C, and it states that I, Xavier Foley, who created a weapon that I could poke someone's eye out, am hereby declare 2 days of in-school suspension. Book closes, I'm gone. So 2 days, I'm in this classroom in school jail, even worse than detention. They don't let you look, they don't let you talk to other children, and all you do is stare. You have 2 choices in in-school suspension. The first choice is you stare at a wall for 6 to 7 hours. The second choice is you do your work. So, in school suspension, I think to myself, well, I must be becoming a bad person because I am in school suspension. That's 1. 2, I created a weapon that can harm other people. And 3, now the friends I've made in school suspension are other bad people who've done crimes like starting food fights or not doing the homework repeatedly. So, after a period of 2 days, I changed. I become an outlaw citizen to the High Tower Trail Middle School. And I kid you not, this school is the same school where my dad taught. Anyway, bad kid. Long story short, I get even more in-school suspension. I'm even more worse. I start doing push-ups, comparing myself to other kids, starting arm wrestling contests. And then, become a dangerous man to the point where my parents take me out of school, and I am in homeschool. And this is 7th grade, the 2nd semester of middle school. So my parents leave me to do work while they're gone from the house. So I'm the only person in the house. And I should be doing my homework, but I didn't. Instead, I went on the computer, and my brother was there at one point, and he showed me this digital world where anything can happen. And so he showed me that I could pick a class of any kind. I could be a warrior, I could be a rogue, I could be a paladin, I could be a mage. My favorite was the mage, but it didn't work out, so I picked the rogue. And so I was a rogue in this game by Blizzard Entertainment called World of Warcraft. This game was amazing. 1, all you had to do was click a mouse and hit some keys on the keyboard. You didn't have to go outside, you didn't have to walk to your friend's house. You didn't even have to exercise, because in the game you got powerful. The graphics told you that you got more powerful, and I believed it. It was great. So, in the end, I become a bad kid who makes bow and arrows. I play this game called World of Warcraft. I become level 67. Freaking awesome. I'm in this awesome guild with a group of people who we do raids and we kill dragons. It's pretty awesome stuff. And then now I'm here at Curtis. How did I get here? Well, I got kicked out of my guild because I was a noob. And what this word means, this vocabulary, it means you suck at World of Warcraft. My feelings were hurt. So then I shifted my attention to the double bass, where nobody called me a noob on double bass. So I didn't suck. It was great. But one thing I took away from all of this experience, especially in World of Warcraft, is this: in this game, there was a soundtrack to it that I was forced to listen to enhance my gameplay in World of Warcraft. So this is hours and hours. Okay, maybe let's say 1,000 hours of music I'm listening to that I don't even know I'm listening to, and I'm taking it and I'm applying it to my studies. So the next piece I'll be playing for you is called Snowflake, and if you're in the audience who even knows what I'm talking about World of Warcraft, you might hear something similar to what you've heard in this game.